Well, I put True Force Loneliness. It could be another Captain's Vlog. Stardate 60. 60 years of my parents' wedding anniversary. Now, my dad died in 2002. He died around the 38th anniversary. My mom's still alive. My sister's still alive too. What does that say? So it's not a long topic, I think. When we think about loneliness, we think we want to be with somebody right away. If my stories, and however true they are true, but I can't prove them, or exaggerated, however true or exaggerated, if my stories have not uh, dissuaded you from getting married desperately because of TFL, I don't know what to tell you. So, my parents, I believe, got married around this time, probably January or February of 1964, and did the mating around March. That would explain my sister being born on November of 19. Well, no, actually, that's not true. That would 1965 she was born, so it's March of 65. But they got married around 64. I know that one for sure. And I can still remember the story my mom told me where my dad was having a fit. Oh, but he never hit her. Well, we don't know that because, again, none of us were around to confirm or deny that story or corroborate that story, confirm it. So, as far as I'm concerned, if my dad hit my mom ever, it was the one time. And that was when he had a fit. And then he went back home to his mom, my grandmother, who died in 99. But this was the 1960s. So he went back home to mom because he was mad about being married. So after a day, he tried to be nice to my mom. And I'm like thinking, this is what wife beaters and child abusers and abusive people and bullies are about. Okay. They want to threaten people into staying with them, or else you get one of these, or else you get one of these, or something. Okay. Um, and the minute you fight back, they either fight back against you, or if you fuck right off, then they desperately want you back. You can't let that happen. So whenever I think of, I know my mom knows this anniversary, more than all six of us children. Three of us still being alive, and the other three have passed away. My brothers passed away from 1976, 1987, and my second sister in 2010, holidays 2010, around the time I first moved into this house. So that's a load of shit, to have so many abusive people in our lives trying to control things. I talked about my grandparents. I talked about people who got married and had kids and tried to, maintain the bullshit, maintain it. You got to take your time. You got to take your time about finding someone. Now, it's easy to get lured by a lot of these bots, by a lot of these AIs, by a lot of Instagram models and Twitch models and all the sorts. But you got to be very careful. You may never. The chances are 1 in 1 billion you're going to get with any of them. Co-workers are difficult. But my dad met my mom, I think because my dad's relatives knew my mom's relatives. Because my mom worked in a restaurant her whole life. Her whole life being 14, 15 years. And my dad was about the same age, about a year younger. Okay, so this was high school age. So my dad, probably pressured by everybody, my grandmothers, my grandparents, my great grandparents, and everybody else, to do the right thing and be responsible and have kids and get married. And I'm like, yeah. So 60 years have passed. My oldest sister is going to be 59. I'm in my 40s. I think my youngest sister is in her late. No, she's in her early 50s now. So we're all old farts, okay? Um, And the problem is that why I didn't succeed in life was because when you're surrounded by stupid, bullying, obsessive, compulsive, abusive people, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fucking fail. There are no Joey Diaz's, not even Joey Diaz, right? There are no successful or entrepreneurs. There are no successful people. I'm trying to think of celebrities. Joey Diaz was the first one I thought of. No Metallica, no Joe Jackson, no Michael Jackson, no Beatles. Nobody who was successful in something to live with or live among, right? Well, those people would mostly be busy getting their shit together. But even if you're with them, the positive energy should flow from them to you, right? Not everybody's meant to be successful. I mean, Roger Clinton, Bill Clinton's brother, well, he does guitar. Maybe he's still successful. I don't know. Um, but when you're around negative people who all they want to do is get married and have kids and go through the fucking motions and let life wash over them like a tidal fucking wave, then you find out the hard way that misery and misery and company just work hand in hand. So I want to remind you that after 60 years, my mom is without my dad. And even with my dad still being around, my life would have been very different. I got PTSD. I have post traumatic stress disorder from not only my family, but people who would have killed me, who would have murdered me based on bullshit, because understand that I don't go out of my way to push buttons on people to provoke getting killed. But there are people who have had the power to kill me, to murder me, to take my life, to permanently disfigure me, to permanently harm me. And somehow I dodged all those people. And I asked myself, what does it all mean? And I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if the Christian or Catholic God is real, but if I ever die before I realize most of my dreams, I'm going to murder the Catholic Christian. I'm going to kill God. I'm going to ask God, why did you allow so many children to die? My brothers, Sandy Hook, right? Texas. I mean, even children in Syria, why did children die? Why did the Japanese die? Innocent Japanese with the atomic bomb. So many examples of genocide, you know? God just says, oh, Satan. No, fuck Satan. You could ass rape Satan and toss him into a black hole, which the black hole in outer space, I believe, is God, right? This all-powerful thing that grabs light. Why would you allow bad things to happen? Why did you put me through 46 years of misery? What was the point? Was this to say I told you so? Was I Adolf Hitler? Was I really Hitler? If I was Hitler, I want to sign right now as I'm taping this, or shut the fuck up. No, nothing. No answer, right? So I think about those 60 years, and the 38 years were really the ones that mattered. So if you are trying to find someone in your life, don't hold your breath. Let them come to you. And if they don't, that's too fucking bad on them. I'll say hello to the females in person, but my heart is set on one person. And if she decides she ever wants to get married to somebody and make fun of me for my feelings, which could happen, I'll just check out pornography for the rest of my life. I saw Candace Owens trying to grift against pornography. You are never going to get rid of pornography. Even you know that. If you somehow get rid of all pornography in the United States because of your grifting, I'll give you my social security number. I will do it. I will give you my like what? My 9 digits? Is that how many there are? I will give it to you. If you actually succeed in that task. If you actually succeed in that task, I will give you that. Because there's no fucking way. Guys go to pornography because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. My father would never have approved my YouTube channel. He would try to put a stop to it. Then I would have to fucking leave, would I? But the reason I have a YouTube channel, and that's to go against any bullies, anybody who has a problem with me and wants to make a problem. Because remember, I can delete you. I can block you, and that's going to be the end of it. It's to speak my mind. And I think that I am in a better place. If you go back, there's a video where I talked to Amy. Amy, this girl that I met on Tinder who made excuses, who could have been fake. The way I talked back then and the way I talk now, two different animals. I mean, I think that was in what, 2016, 2016, 2017, somewhere. I mean, that was a long time ago. It was 8 years ago. And I was in a different spot. Now I'm not. I'm less shy. I will talk to you, but I don't like the things that go on. And if things are going to get better, the people in my life who are there to only hinder me and shit on me have to go. Just the way it is. So think about this the next time you're alone. Be with people who want to see you succeed, not just push you around.